Hey guys, it's Brick Thunder, and today we're going to be unboxing, setting up, and doing a demo of the Morris Costumes 2023 Servo Carnival Barker. Okay, so here it is. It's literally been so long since this thing first released. This was a Expo release way back in the beginning of the year. We saw it again at Trans World. That's when I ordered it, along with most people. And it finally came today. This just arrived at my house just about 20 minutes ago as I'm filming this. So definitely very excited. This was my favorite of Morris's lineup, and the only one I ordered. I was going to order the Servo Pumpkin, but I did cancel that. I'm not a huge fan of it. Not enough to spend as much as it is. But this guy, I do still like. It's definitely less exciting now that it's been so long, but it's still a really good prop. So did not cancel this one. So let's get into the unboxing. Here we go. All right, let's open this thing up. I cut it open. I have not looked inside the box yet. I've seen this thing in person back at Trans World, but it was up high, so I didn't get to see it in much detail, so I'm definitely excited. All right, so we have the actual stand that he's standing on. It's all made of cloth, goes around a metal frame. Although, that's not it. There is his hat and clothing in there, so that's kind of cool. Not just the stand there. We have the megaphone right here. This thing is awesome. It's huge. This is definitely larger than I remember. Looks good, full blow molded. Yeah, huge. All right, let's see. We have his cane right here. There's his little cane. It's pretty tiny, but yeah, it looks cool. His hands look great. His hands are really cool. We have shoes right here. These are smaller than normal SVI shoes for sure. Not too much smaller. They're still big, but yeah, I think they're definitely smaller. We'll put those to the side there. Let's see, we have some arms. They do have pins in them. That's good. Here's two of his arms. Both of these move, probably using one motor though. We have his spine piece because he does have a nice hunchback. Let's see, we have the base in here, but this actually looks like the base to Barker himself, not the entire piece. This actually sits on top of the podium, it seems, and these go to his legs. So this isn't really the base, it's just kind of the base to the prop. Let's see, we have the head. The head looks like the next thing we can take out. Let's see. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, it looks really good. Not much deformity at all, other than the neck here, but I can just spread that out a bit. Let's see. There we go. That is a pretty nice head. Looks overall really great. I noticed on some of the other heads kind of puffing out right here and here, but it's really an easy glue. You can totally just glue that back on, and also it's not really noticeable. It's just a bit of a change from the first Barker. The hair looks great on this one. It's already kind of posed how it's meant to. But yeah, he looks awesome. There's really not much deformity going on, so definitely excited to see this. He looks creepy too. That's a great face sculpt. All right, got some plastic in there, some black and white picture instructions. We have some foam, likely for the legs. We do have a large piece right here. This is the main mechanism piece. He is so hunched over. That is crazy. I didn't notice it was that much. This is like candy creep, basically. So his legs go down and he's super hunched. The servo connection is up here, which is a screw in usually. Here is the one motor doing both arms right there. And then there's also the side to side right there. A lot of motion in this guy, especially because the head is servo too. So 3-axis there, plus mouth and LCD eyes. Step pad right there. Morris items always come with the step pad. Adapter box. The adapter did fall out. And also it comes with universal adapter clips right there. Those go on top of the adapter and allow this to be used all over the world. We have foam for another leg. We have some leg poles right there. We have the poles for the actual structure that he's standing on. And finally, the actual base to that structure. So that is all the parts right out of the box. Let's get to the setup. Here we go. All right, let's begin here. So we have our 4 B poles for the base structure that he's standing on right here. So we're going to click these all down. And then after we get that top base piece for Barker himself on, we can slide the actual cloth down to cover all this. All right, so there we go. It's kind of got a cool shape. I don't know if that's meant to be like that, but it kind of goes outwards, if you can see that. That's pretty cool. So we have this top portion now. Let's make sure this is facing the right way. Just had to twist it a bit till it is correct. You know this is facing the right way when those are facing forward, because Barker's legs go forward first because he is bent at the knees. All right, so let's slide all these down. I'm not going to snap lock any in just yet because it's going to make it difficult to do the rest. We're just going to get them all lined up first. And then, now that they're all lined up, let's snap these down. All right, there we go. Now, I've not looked inside this bag yet, so let's open this up and see how this cloth piece looks. We can also check out the rest of his clothing here. So we have his little hat right here. That's pretty cool. It does have some Velcro to hold it up there. Good color. Here we have his shirt. Again, really cool coloring going on here. Lots of detail there. Love the bow tie. Love the buttons. That's cool. We'll put that to the side there. These look like his pants. His pants are a nice dark shade of green. Not too much going on here, but I think that's pretty cool. Then we have the actual piece we're working on here. Now, this is definitely a cheaper fabric, but it's not terrible. This is the actual base that he's standing on. And it looks good. The printing looks great. There's a sticker on it, so let's take that off so that isn't difficult to get. And now let's slide this on top. All right, and this unvelcros to make it easier because it doesn't really slide over very easily normally. And then also you want to get these poles exposed right here because these are what goes up to Barker himself. Now let's just kind of slide this down and we can redo the Velcro back here to make this look good. All right, let's move the camera up and work on Barker himself. All right, so pretty standard SVI setup from now on. We have 2 E-poles, so it does not matter which one goes where. We have our other one over here. And then, before we add the leg foam and pants, we want to get these shoes slid down to the ground here. They get a bit stuck, but with a bit of force, don't break them, but a bit of force will get them down. There we go. All right, now leg foam before the pants. We'll slide this all the way down. This just gives them form. There we go. There's 1. There's 2. Again, doesn't matter which side these go on. These are the exact same. All right, and now let's get his pants on. The dark green pants right here. These are really cool. So far, his proportions are looking basically exactly how I expected. I think he is going to be pretty tall. He's very hunched over, so that may affect it a bit. But overall, it seems like he's going to be pretty tall, which is what most people were wanting. All right, let's see. There we go. Both poles now exposed. Now we can actually attach his mechanism piece, so we can really get a sense of how tall he's going to be. All right, let's attach this here. We can also then slide those pants up and make sure the elastic band catches around the hip loop. So then he's looking really good on the bottom half. Still got a lot of work on the top half though. All right, there we go. Clicked in now. Let's get these pants up over the hip loop here and over the control box, which is also right in there. There we go, looking good. All right, before any of the other clothing, let's get this piece on. This is his spine form piece. We're just gonna slide it in the prongs there because that would be difficult to get on after. But now, let's get his shirt over everything we've done so far. All right, slide this over. There are a few Velcros we wanna do. I'm just gonna do 1 or 2 of them now, just to keep it up. I don't want to cover up all these pieces because there is some work we have to do, like wiring and stuff like that. But for now, as long as it's staying up, it's good. There we go. Looks cool. Also, his sensor was falling down, so let's get that sensor in. That is just a little Velcro piece to keep that in place right there. And then we can hide the wire back there inside. All right, looks really cool so far. Now we have 2 arms. There are some little pins in here that we want to take out first, but then we can just slide this up. And this looks like it's going to be difficult. Sometimes you can tell when there's no elastics down by the wrist, plus fabric like this going over foam, it can be pretty difficult at times, especially when the foam is so filling. But the good thing about it is it's really going to look filled and look like a realistic arm. All right, there we go. Slid all the way up now. Let's access it from the inside. Get these prongs attached up here. And then we have our pin to put back in place. All right, there we go. Let's get this pin reattached right here. All right, and now let's do the same thing for his other arm over here. All right, I have this one slid up the sleeve now, and now the prongs are in again. Let's attach the clip on this side too. All right, looking good so far. Let's get these hands on now. We have the cane hand over here on this side. Another pin to do, actually. Let's slide this down and then reattach that pin. And then we actually have a little bit of Velcro up at the top here. There we go. All right, looks good. All right, now let's get his other hand on. This is the megaphone hand. And there is no clip here, but it looks like there's supposed to be. I'll probably find a pin to replace that because this one does seem a bit wobbly. But there we go. Velcro is on, looking good. Now, let's get his head on. So this is a servo connection, which means just one pole that goes down, and then a little bolt screw to actually get that fully in place there. So there we go. That's all the way down. Now let's twist this in place. All right, looking good. Final step here. Let's puff out this hat and then attach this with Velcro. All right, there we go. Now we can attach this up here. All right, there we go. That completes the setup. Other than a little bit of adjusting and wiring up, he is complete. So let's go to his demo. Here we go. All right, he is fully wired up and ready. Let's plug him in.
Hurry in to see the insidious ickiness happening under this big top. We have the largest assortment of depraved individuals ever gathered in one place. Hey, I didn't invite them, and they won't leave. Do me a favor and oust them yourself. Just watch out you don't end up as depraved as they are. They have very convincing tactics. Ladies and germs, step right up. Step right up. Don't be shy. This opportunity comes but once in a lifetime. See our wonderful assortment of macabre maniacs inside. Just don't get too close, because boy, are they hungry. I warned him. You pet the creature, you lose a hand. That'll teach him. Gather round, everyone. You will be entranced, mind-bended, hornswoggled and swindled out of every last dime. Enter here and know your lives will never be the same. I'll make sure of that. I dare you to have fun tonight, and tipping is always welcome. Behold, the last and greatest mysteries of mankind will be revealed to those who are smart enough to step inside. From the distant plateaus of the pyramid builders, we bring you horrors so great, hideous creatures so grotesque, you will be running for the exit. But don't bother, we have them blocked. It may be cheap to get inside, but quite costly for you to leave. I love this job. Welcome, welcome. Everyone has such nice memories of the carnival, huh? Now get ready to watch this next act. It'll give you some memories you'll never forget. Ever see anyone get sawed in half before? Then prepare to get shivers sent down your spine. Hurry, hurry! Our main show is about to begin! Bring the kids! Bring Grandma! Bring the whole family! They'll eat anybody! Feeling a little lightheaded? Grab a refreshment at the snack tent! And know that the E. coli outbreak was a vicious rumor, so grab a serving!
All right, so there he was, the Servo Carnival Barker from Morris Costumes. This thing is definitely one of my favorite clowns. Over time, I started to just get less excited about it for sure, but seeing it again, definitely really like this guy. His animation is very, very realistic. Now we have seen props with more realism, for example, like THD or Lily, or even Yoda from Home Depot. All these props now having this crazy technology does make something like this a bit less advanced, but it definitely still has its place with those guys. Even though it has the digital eyes, they're still great. They look good in person. Not quite as good as like the actual blinking rubber, but still good. The animation overall is amazing too. Love that he's servo. The 3-axis head is really great. The animation there looks awesome. The arm movement is awesome, and the added body turn definitely helps. So this guy was $270, totally fair. Much cheaper than most servo items. Definitely very fair for what you're getting here. And the quality and detail on this guy totally makes that very much worth it. Now I would say this guy is basically an exact 7 foot. His cane and hat go a bit higher, but his head goes to about 7, which is what I'd expect. This is about the exact size I would expect from him. His proportions are really nice too, a bit larger than I anticipated. Overall, very happy with this guy. He's going to be a great entryway piece to the carnival. But yeah, there he was. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.